You're listening to the How to Talk to Girls podcast, where you'll learn step-by-step how to meet and seduce beautiful women, whether you're looking for one night of fun, a week-long fling, or a long-term relationship. I'm your host, Trip, and the episode starts now. Hello and welcome to another episode of the How to Talk to Girls podcast. I'm your host, Trip Kramer from tripadvice.com, and I welcome you because you are now on the 8th episode of a series I've been doing called the Get a Girlfriend series. And we are on episode 8 out of 8, which is called How to Get Over a Breakup. And the reason why this is the last episode is because this would be the last part of a relationship if you happen to be the one getting broken up with. Of course, in the last episode, we talked about the relationship ending because you have decided to end it and how to do that. But now we are at an episode where it might end, unfortunately, by you getting broken up with, getting your heart broken. What are you supposed to do? How do you get over a breakup? How do you deal with this? Man, there is, again, like I've been saying in all these little episodes here of this series, I mean, we can spend days talking about this. You know, you might have to spend many hours in therapy to get over a really bad breakup. Maybe it's a divorce. Maybe it's, just someone you were with for a long time that you really fell in love with. I mean, who knows? Who knows what the situation is? But I do know that we definitely have to dedicate an episode to this idea because guys come to me all the time with really bad heartache stories and they're always trying to get their ex back. We'll talk about that as well. So everything in terms of how to get over a breakup, in terms of a good little summary to help you be on your way, that's where this is. And even if you're not getting over a breakup, it's cool that you're still here listening just to kind of finish off the series and tie everything together. We'll do a little concluding piece as well and go into it all. So here we are in episode 8. Now, if you are trying to get over a breakup and you are struggling, man, I can help you. I've had to get over breakups. I've helped clients in the past get over breakups. And whenever I help clients get over breakups, they always come out better on the other side, which means that they get to the point where they are so much stronger and happy that the relationship is over. Can you imagine going through a breakup and then being happy the relationship is over? You'll probably never think that, right? Because you're going through a breakup and you're so sad it's over. But we're going to switch that and flip it. And I can do that for you with coaching. So if you're interested in getting over a breakup and you want my help to get over it faster, we can do that. All you got to do is go to coachedbytrip.com. Coachedbytrip.com is the URL for you to be able to apply for coaching, and I will look at that application and then reach out to you if I see that the application is a good fit for us to be able to, like I said, help you get over that breakup or in general, find a new girl. That's another part of it too, is we want to get you in a new relationship, finding another girl who's going to be awesome, someone that's not going to break up with you. So we'll go over that as well. Coachedbytrip.com. Let me help you. Do not do this on your own. I'm here. I can do it, and I'm capable of helping you. I've been doing it for 10 years. Check it out, coachedbytrip.com. Okay, enough of that. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the fact that you are now at the point where you are getting over a breakup because unfortunately, you got broken up with. Why it happened, I don't know. There could have been a lot of reasons. So one of the first things you're thinking is probably, how do I get my ex back? How do I do it? Well, I'm going to tell you this. I do have some episodes on that. I think I have some podcasts on that. Definitely have a YouTube video or two on it, but I'm going to give you some different advice this time. I'm going to tell you, don't try to get your ex back. I'm going to plead with you, please don't try to get your ex back. I really don't want you to get your ex back. If she broke up with you, it's for a reason. If she broke up with you, that means that she doesn't want to be with you anymore. And I know that hurts. Trust me, I get that pain. I get that it hurts that she doesn't want to be with you anymore. But this is a lesson to you. There is a reason. Okay? There is a reason. You know what the reason is. I don't. But whatever it is, it means that she's not interested anymore. And if you really want the best chance of getting her back, then you completely leave her alone. That's right. You completely leave her alone. You completely let her be. You let her be, and then maybe she'll come back to you because she sees that you're not desperate. But I wouldn't bank on it. I really wouldn't. But again, she broke up with you. There is a reason for it. And you don't want someone who doesn't want you. People just don't agree with that. They're so in love with the person that broke up with them. They just can't really understand that statement. But I'll say it again. You don't want someone who doesn't want you. You don't want someone who doesn't want you. I'll say it again. You don't want someone who doesn't want you. How sad is that? And I'm not saying it's sad, like even pathetic. I'm not going to go that route. I'm not going to tease you. I'm not going to say anything harsh to you right now. But think about how sad that is. Like the actual sadness of trying to be with someone who doesn't want you. You don't want that. You don't want to ever have to convince someone to want you. You want them to want you. If you want like what I would call and I put in air quotes, the perfect relationship, like if you really want that, then you want to be with someone who really wants you. The way you feel about that girl right now, the way you're feeling, that's what you want, okay? That's what you want from your partner. You want both of you to want each other a lot. I know it sounds simple, and maybe this is even really boring to hear, but it's the absolute truth. I'm trying to give you the best type of relationship possible, okay? The best type of relationship possible. And that is where both people are equally interested and invested. If someone gives up on the relationship, you don't want to convince them. Of course, in the breakup process, you can tell them, hey, listen, whatever I did, I can do better if you believe there is something you did wrong. But if at that point they've given up, then you got to take it as a learning lesson and you have to move on. And you have to start getting over this breakup. And what follows here on the rest of this episode is I'm going to be sharing with you some of the best and most proven tips to get over a breakup that I know work. Here's the thing. The tips are not easy. They are hard, but they work. It's kind of like anything, right? When things work, it's usually hard. Like if you want to lose weight and build muscle, what happens? Well, you go to the gym and you got to eat shitty food and all that. And it's hard, but it works. Same thing here. Okay, so what are they? What are the proven but challenging tips? All right, in no specific order, this is what you're going to do to get over a breakup. You know, you've come to this point where you finally realize, I don't want to be with this person anymore. Well, maybe you still want to be with them, but you realize that you're not going to get them back and you do need to move on. And the relationship is in fact over. What do you do? All right. So get a therapist. That's right. Get a therapist. A therapist is going to be really good. Someone you can go to who doesn't have a biased opinion. They're unbiased. Someone that you can really talk to through the pain. Because here's the thing. You're going to have your friends and family and people to talk to, and they might help and they might be there for you. In fact, you might have a best friend that's going to be there for you throughout the entire thing, okay? But here's the deal. No matter what, they're going to get tired of it. I'm just going to be honest with you. They're going to get tired of it. They will. So what are you supposed to do if they get tired of it? Well, you can't really go to them anymore. You can't really rely on them. And I don't blame them. Would you want to hear about a breakup for several months? You know, and you can go into this therapist office and they are sitting there. Their job is to hear you out. They're there to help you. And they're obviously going to be giving you better advice because they're therapists. And it's going to be, you know, just better for you because you're going to get some really good information and insight from someone who has dealt with people who have gone through painful times in their life. And that's what you're going through. So a therapist is one of my number one recommendations, okay? Search for someone. My advice to you as a guy is to go for a guy. And if I ever give advice to a woman, I would say for her to go to a woman, just because a guy is going to understand you better, right? Because they're guys and you're a guy. That's why I think women should go to women and guys should go to guys. Generally speaking, that's just part of my advice. So I think you should seek out a guy, someone who, is in your insurance network, whatever you can do, and start going to them. You might want to start off going twice a week because you're in a lot of pain right now. So you might want to go twice a week for a month. And then after that, once a week until you no longer need to talk to the person. Although this might open some crazy doors for you. You might find that therapy is really good for you beyond this breakup. It's good for you, in terms of just you being able to get through some of your heavy emotional states, some of your deeper stuff, maybe some of your childhood wounds. Who knows? So therapy. Okay. Again, in no particular order, these are all things you should be doing at the same time. You got to go no contact. Maybe you've heard this before. In fact, there's a really good subreddit. Let me look it up right now. I believe it's just reddit.com, reddit.com/r/no contact. Let's see if that works. X no contact. EXNOCONTACT. X no contact. Okay. So that's what this is all about, is you going to Reddit. Reddit's basically like a big forum. Okay. And going to X no contact is going to help you because it's a support system for you not contacting your ex. You have to not contact her at all. She has to be dead to you. You have to accept a death. See, that's the reason why breakups are so hard, because it is a death. Someone is dying. Your ex is dying, not in real life, but to you, because they're no longer in your life. They are dead to you. So you are trying to accept a death, but it's even harder because they're the person who decided to leave. So it's double hard. And that's why you have to go no contact, because the longer that you try to stay in contact with them, even if they're responsive to you, it's going to make it harder for you to get over them. So you have to kill them, not literally, but you have to kill them in your mind. Okay? Kill them in your mind by going no contact. Do not contact them. And this goes also with you unfollowing them from social media, defriending them, unfollowing them. You might be thinking, Trip, that's so rude though. They're going to be so upset. Listen, this is not about them anymore. This is about you getting better. And again, they're dead to you. So you need to do what you need to do to get better and get better fast. So we're not going to contact them. We're going to unfollow them from social media. And the reason why we do this is because the longer you go without having any contact with them, without seeing social media, without seeing what they're up to, the longer you go, the faster it's going to be to get over them. That's the thing. I told you that it's going to be a little bit of a process here. And it's going to be hard, but you're going to get over them faster because they start to become this faint memory in your mind. You need to create a big distance and a big time distance between you and the ex. So she becomes a distant memory. And the longer you go, the more of a distant memory she becomes. And you even start to forget exactly what her face looks like. I know that sounds crazy, but you're going to kind of forget like exactly what her face looks like and what her body looks like. And all the memories are going to be kind of faded. And you want that. You want that. You want your memory of her to be long, long ago, not you seeing her with a new guy or seeing what she's up to or seeing the new clothes she got or what she looks like now. None of that. Okay? What you need to do is be in zero contact, create that distance. She will become a distant memory to you. Okay, what's next? What's next is you got to try to spend time with friends. Now, this is an interesting one because there's kind of two sides of the coin here. I want you to spend time with friends and I want you to not be alone because alone is going to cause you a lot of pain, but also eventually you're going to be alone because you're not going to be sleeping over your friend's place every night. Eventually you will be alone. So it's kind of inevitable that you're going to have to go through a pain period of, okay, I'm literally all alone right now and no one is around. Maybe you have a roommate, maybe you live at home with your parents or something like that. But still, there's going to be times when it's just you. You're about to go to bed. There you are, right? Just you. So I want you to hang out with friends and family and people more than you usually do to just, make the pain less. So it's not completely killing you, right? So let's do that. Let's hang out with people. But also, just understand that you can't do it every single second of the day. So if there's going to be a time when it's a Thursday and everyone's busy and you have no one to hang out with, then suck it up. Be alone with yourself. If you're going to cry, cry. If you need to hold yourself and be in a ball on the ground crying, going through the pain, go through it, process it. Don't try to avoid it, which kind of leads me to my next tip. It's okay to hang out with friends and family to kind of take the pain away. Don't use alcohol and drugs, okay? That is only going to make it worse. Obviously, it's bad for you to do that anyways for yourself, but this is going to cause an imbalance in your emotional health, and it's just going to be worse, and it's going to be this kind of like good for now, quick fix, but then it's going to take you longer to be able to process your emotions in a healthy way, and therefore it's going to be worse for you in the long run. And it's a downward spiral because when you drink or do drugs, there's always a come down from it, and you feel like crap. So do yourself a favor. Do not drink at all. Don't do drugs. Stay away from that stuff. Stay away from anything that's going to cause you high anxiety, like lots of caffeine, because that's going to make you, really tense, and it's going to be tough for you. Okay, so let's stay away from that. This is going to be more of a tip that's kind of optional. This next one, this is you trying to eat healthy and trying to put foods in your body that are going to be healthy to help balance your emotional health. I don't think it's the most important because I understand that when you're going through a breakup, you're already doing all this stuff like, oh my God, I'm going to a therapist. I got to spend time with friends. I'm trying to spend time alone. I'm trying to process all this. I'm going no contact. Like it's already a lot. So I'm trying to be kind of like easy on you. But when you have a free moment, try to see if you can start eating a little bit healthier, less processed foods, more whole foods. Okay. Stuff that's going to be like healthy for you, vegetables, fruits, wild fish, organic meats, things like that. No cookies and crap. Again, that's just going to make you feel crappy. It's going to make you feel bad. A lot of the things that you put in your body really affects the way your emotions are run. So be careful of that. I want you to start going to the gym once a week. This one's a little bit easier because it's not much thinking. It's literally signing up for a gym membership and going to the gym once a week. And don't worry about a plan, because I know if you try to look up the perfect workout plan, you're just going to get unmotivated. Just go to the gym and just start lifting some weights, whatever it is, do some bench presses, pick up a couple dumbbells, run on the treadmill, join a gym and go once per week. I say once per week because I'm trying to make the barrier of entry very low for you. Do that. And then if you see that you're doing it and you're liking it, it feels good, which it's going to because you're going to be pumping out those endorphins, then you can start going more than that. Working out is one of the best ways to get over a breakup because it's going to make you feel good about yourself because you're going to start looking better. It's going to start building confidence and you're going to physically feel better. So you're kind of knocking off, two birds with one stone, so to speak. So highly recommend going to the gym. Start off once per week. After 6 weeks, I want you to start talking to girls. I want you to go through the pain period of being alone so you can learn how to be alone, go through the process of grievance. And by the way, this 6 weeks starts after you've done a majority of these things. If you're 6 weeks in and to a breakup and you've contacted her and you've seen her social media and you're doing drugs or you're drinking a lot, this doesn't count. It's 6 weeks from when you have really done a nice, clean breakup. You started some therapy, you've gone to the gym a little bit, there's been absolutely no contact whatsoever. After the 6 weeks of that, I want you to start going out there and talking to women again. I'm not saying hitting on them. I'm not saying you're going to get a girlfriend. I'm not even saying to have sex. I'm just saying, let's get you out there talking to women so you can be excited again to what it feels like to be with another woman. And I don't mean intimately. I just mean talking to them, flirting with them, And so I help with this, by the way. I do coaching and I help people not only through breakups, but get through the breakup and then back into the game. A lot of guys who have gone through divorces and breakups contact me so I can help them get back out there slowly and surely and start meeting and attracting women. So go to coachedbytrip.com if you want to apply for coaching today to get help through that process. Very simple. Coachedbytrip.com, apply, and I will help you. And if you don't need any help, that's fine. But at the very least, just go out and start talking to a woman. Make it a goal to talk to one woman per day after the 6 weeks, even if it's just a hello or a, hey, you look very nice today, or taking it further and saying, hey, you look nice today. Are you from, and then the city in which you live in, to just start a little conversation, doing that once per day. Wow. I know it's a lot. It's a lot, but you're in a lot of pain. So I'm guessing there's things that you can, start doing, but stuff that you really want to do. And it's going to keep you busy. Listening to this podcast, taking notes, and just doing it. It's going to keep you busy and keep you distracted. I mean, I know that sounds a little bit meta. It's like the whole process is already distracting you, but plus all the things that you're going to be doing will help distract you. So it all really works together very nicely. Ooh, wow. We really went full circle here. We really did with this Get a Girlfriend series. It got a little dark today on this episode because I know this is one of those ones where it's like, oh, you're going through that painful breakup. But hey, hopefully this doesn't happen to you. And hopefully that you got a girlfriend and you listened to the episodes and you followed some of the advice I gave you and you decided to take this relationship to such a solid level that everyone is happy and in love. And maybe you take it further. Maybe it turns into a marriage. Maybe it turns into having a family. Whatever it is that you're looking for, I hope that you get it. But this is some of the really serious, intense relationship advice I've ever really given, actually. And it's funny because I feel like I know relationship advice just as well as dating advice. I've been through multiple relationships. I've experienced many long-term relationships. I've read so many books on it. It's like I know what's going on here. So really, I'm not just saying this to boast, but to really give you a push to take action. Use these episodes, re-listen to them. Take the notes, listen to the notes, or whatever you're doing with the notes, you're writing them down, read the notes. And I want you to go out there and do this. I want you to try it out. See if you can really get a girlfriend through this whole process. Of course, if you don't know how to get a girlfriend, you can always listen to the Attraction Arsenal series. It's a 10-part series I did here on the podcast, which is maybe a year and a half old. You can check that out. Just scroll down wherever you're listening to this. Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud. And then if you need help, you can always reach out to me, which you already know, coachedbytrip.com, where you can apply. And I can take you through the whole journey and hold your hand to guarantee that you're going to get a girlfriend and talk to amazing women and get a high-quality girlfriend. So let me help you. And at the very least, if I'm not helping you through the coaching process, let me help you here at the podcast. Keep listening. We got plenty of episodes that are coming up. More. We're going to exit this series and go to some more general topics that we've talked about on the podcast before, but we're going to dive deeper into some of those topics. And we got a cool interview coming up too, so get ready for that. I'm going to be interviewing Dr. Robert Glover, the author of No More Mr. Nice Guy. So I'm excited to do that as well and give you some good information on how to defeat the nice guy mentality. All right, signing off. Thanks for listening. What a series. What a time. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.